Belfast's major new transport hub, which will be known as Grand Central Station, has entered the last stages of construction. We're told passengers should be using it by this time next year. Our community correspondent Mark Simpson has been checking in on progress.
Building work has entered the final stages, and this new transport hub in the centre of Belfast is due to open in just 12 months' time.
I think it'll be a transformation in terms of how we use public transport. This location is about 10 times the size of the Europa Great Victoria Street bus station, and it will enable much more flexibility and much more capacity right across our network. If you take the main station that we're standing in now, then you take all of the railway works, the signalling works we're doing, and then all the public realm works. I would say it's the biggest civil engineering project we've taken on in Belfast since the Westlink was built.
Are you on schedule? Are you on budget?
We're on schedule and on budget, Mark.
So if you're a rail passenger or a bus passenger who regularly comes into Belfast, when might you first set foot in this new station?
You'll first set foot in this new station around October, November of next year.
Buses will be on one side of the building, trains will be on the other side, but they'll be close by. In total, there are 8 railway platforms here, and when this new station gets up and running, the Dublin train will start and finish here rather than at Lanyon Place. And there are plans to make the service to Dublin more frequent. Before that can happen, this new station needs to be connected to the existing rail network, a complicated process.
That unfortunately means at that point there will be disruption for the different phases. There's a huge amount of track relaying works to do in that period, and unfortunately that does mean there will be a level of rail disruption with bus substitution need to be provided in summer 24.
Once all the work is done, this is what the new station should look like. A modern, state-of-the-art transport hub, and a big step up from anything Belfast has seen before. Mark Simpson, BBC Newsline.
New York has its Grand Central Station. Now it's our turn, our very own Belfast Grand Central. We're standing in the bus station, but what was this place like this time last year?
So this time last year we had only just started the steel frame, so we were literally at that point standing in the mud. We're now standing on the finished floor, so a lot has happened in the last 12 months.
And it's a huge undertaking.
It's massive, yeah, and it's going to be a massive transformation for Belfast.
This is a whole new station. We're standing on one of the 8 platforms here. There are only 4 back over in Great Victoria Street, and the additional platforms means that the train from Dublin will now arrive here. But with this huge changeover, there is likely to be some disruption.
The existing tracks go into Great Victoria Street, so it will be closed. Once you do that move from the old to the new, we need to put a blockade on the line.
And how long are we expecting in terms of that blockade for passengers?
It is, we're trying to minimise disruption, but you're looking at a lengthy blockade probably in summer 24. We're looking up to 12 weeks, but it still is under review at the moment.
Despite Great Victoria Street being closed for up to 3 months, there is a payoff. The new station will allow for a huge increase in people using public transport. Up to 20 million passengers will be able to use the station every year.
Well, this space is, believe it or not, about 10 times the size of the current footprint of the Europa and Great Victoria Street station. And that'll enable us to increase frequency on our local rail network, our local bus network, but also when we move the enterprise round, we'll then have the capacity to go to an hourly service.
Beyond the Belfast to Dublin line, there's even longer-term plans down the tracks. This project puts the wheels in motion for the All-Ireland Rail Review. It could see whole new train lines and stations all across Northern Ireland.
This is a catalyst for a lot of other projects which will come after this. Looking at enhancements to our connectivity to our airports, for example, then looking at some of the projects which are contained in the All-Ireland Strategic Rail Review. And we would hope when the executive comes in that will become policy, and then we could start working on those projects as well. Before we look too far down the line, the most important question. Will this place be open this time next year? So that's our plan at the minute. We're on budget and on plan. So mark it in your diaries. This time next year, if you're coming to Belfast for your Christmas shopping, you could well be stepping off here into Grand Central Station. Peter Moore, UTV Live, Belfast.